couple minutes ago, you heard Jim Cramer talking about tech, and the NASDAQ today up more than 2%. Some of the big names there and having strong days. You got Google up 3%, Apple more than 3%, Research in Motion 2%. They're all winners. So why are we showing these three in particular? Well, you can call it this, the attack of the Android. According to a Nielsen survey, Google's Android software is now the most popular operating system in America among people buying new smartphones. That beats the beloved iPad and it beats the beloved BlackBerry. So is it a turning point? Noah Kravitz is editor-in-chief of PhoneDog.com. Noah, all stocks are up, so a lot is riding on your interview here. What's behind the shift to the Android technology? Why does everybody want it?
Sorry, I was just using my new Android device.
I was wondering why you were looking down.
Yeah, I want to get one of those Jim Cramer style disclaimers before I say anything. Yeah, you know, so this is one of the newest Android devices. I got it on Friday. This morning I woke up to a PR email announcing 3 more Android devices on AT&T. So it's really been all year long, and with all the Android devices. And you know, the operating system, the quality of the products aside, which is very high in a lot of cases, just the sheer volume of devices coming out running Google's Android operating system accounts for a good deal of why you're seeing this huge, you know, surge in market share in the U.S. and globally as well.
So Noah, who gets hurt worse here, Apple or RIM?
RIM, no question. You know, Apple, they have one product, 2 versions at a time. They have 2 products in their lineup. They sell in the U.S. on 1 carrier. They're still kind of a boutique name, even though their prices have come down, and you know they're more kind of mom and pop and in malls and stuff. But they're still a high-end company. And the thing you have to bear in mind when you're looking at numbers like market share, you know, think about how much money the companies are actually making. Each iPhone that's sold, Apple's making a big chunk of change because they control the hardware, the software. You know, Steve Jobs negotiating tactics are legendary. With Android, you know, Google's making the operating system, but everything else, you know, lots of different people have stakes in the process. So, you know, this phone is made by HTC, sold on T-Mobile, runs Google's software. So yeah, but RIM, on the other hand, they're kind of more of the Apple model. They've been doing it for longer in the smartphone game, and you know they've been dominant for a long time. But they're like Apple, controlling the hardware and the software, and they have devices everywhere. Everybody's got a BlackBerry, right? So if they're losing market share this rapidly, and they're losing to Apple, not just to Google, Apple's creeping up on them as well. You know, RIM is the one I think who needs to be concerned.
Wow. Well, I've got a RIM and an iPad iPhone. Sorry.
Right.
I like them both.
I know you
haven't
don't like
tried the
iPad,
Android.
So. Yeah, it's you know, in a lot of ways they you know, it's not like apples and oranges. It's like, you know, a Granny Smith versus a Fuji apple. In a lot of ways, they do a lot of the same things until you get down into the nitty-gritty of, you know,
All right. Well, Noah, thank you. And next time, I'm not going to be polite at the top. If I see you looking down, I'm going to call you out on it. I just wasn't sure if maybe you were actually looking at something you really had to check, but now I know.
Yes, I was, you know, I wanted to show the device in action. So.
All right. Thanks, Noah. Good to see you.
Thanks, Aaron.
Next on the show,